Alright, so my friend Steven's having a trouble with one of his decks. It's a green-white deck. Can't remember the name of the commander. Some green-white unicorn that whenever it attacks or something happens, some trigger, you put counters in its life or something. I really forget what it does. I have got a copy in my art binder, but I'm not going to go look at it now. So he wanted me to take a look at the deck. I'm pretty sure the problem is his mana base. I don't think he probably doesn't have any fetch lands, maybe not the right amount of lands. So what I thought I'd do is do this video and I'll send it to him so he can see how I determine what lands my deck needs, counting the pips. And I'll be doing this with my green-white deck, Sigarda, Host of Herons, so he can see a deck that's the same colors as his. Right, so my commander, Sigarda, 2 green, double white for a 5/5, legendary angel, flying, and sexproof. Spells and abilities your opponents control cannot cause you to sacrifice permanents. Nope. No Grave Pact. No fucking Merciless Executioner. No Fleshback Run, none of that. You can't make me sacrifice. It's great against Eldrazi. Cube did not like that when I played Sigarda against his Eldrazi. So first off, let's count the pips. Let's count green. And the reason I'm doing this is if you just count the green cards or you just count the white cards, you get the card balance. But if you count the pips, the colored mana, then you get the deeper knowledge of, so let's say I have 20 white cards, 20 green cards. And almost all the green cards only cost 1 green mana. And all the white cards, most of them cost 2 white mana or 3 white mana. Well, I've got a problem. Because it's balanced by cards, but it sure as hell ain't balanced by color requirements. So in that kind of deck, I would need to skew my mana base towards white. Probably put, I don't know, maybe 10% more plains than forest. How else would I recover from that? Maybe go ahead and put a reflecting pool. Reflecting pool, I used to use it a lot, but I started pulling away from it. I started using it less in other decks. Mana rocks, maybe put in a few mana rocks that, again, this is old thinking. Because almost all the mana rocks that I would use these days produce both colors. So basically I would skew the basic lands a little bit more towards the white. Put in a Mistville Plains, put in Emeria, that sort of thing. So anyway, let's see what we got. So I'm just going to count the green, then I'll count the white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These I'm not going to count the hybrid just to save time. Typically I don't count the hybrid cards because they're equal either one. It doesn't matter if I have plains or islands, I can cast them. So I think I was at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, hybrid, 15, and this one's kind of a special case, so let's pull her out. I think I'm at 15 green, and if I miss a couple, it doesn't have to be exact. You just want a good idea, because if you're 15 and 15, you're fine. If you're 15 and 25, you're not fine. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This card is fucking cool. I love this card. Oh, it's great because if I have this and something nasty like aura shards, everybody focuses on aura shards and they're casting spells, and next thing you know, look, how many creatures do you have? 11? How the hell did you get 11 creatures in 3 turns? you lads kept casting spells, and I've got a Sensei's Divining Top and a Lurking Predator, so I just kept getting more. Again, I announced them all. You just weren't paying attention. You son of a bitch. What's that, like 17? Let's call it 17. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Actually, if I'm not going to count the hybrid, I probably shouldn't count these either. Oh, well, it's too late now. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So about 35 green pips. The reason I pulled her out is because she's kind of hard to cast no matter what, because it's all color. There's no colorless. Soul Ring is not helping with Oversoul of Dusk. Not at all. But she's this cool protection blue from black and from red. She's going to punch somebody in the head. Right, so I'm at what? 30 green? Probably. Let's go with white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Comrade Loxodonsky. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, so was it 30 green, 23? I should probably not talk and interrupt myself because then I lose count. So like 23 white, 30 green, something like that. 23 white, 25 white, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. This guy, I tried to stop buying cards after Olivia's wedding. I tried to stop buying anything newer than Olivia's wedding. Then this guy came out, and I thought, oh, that would be so good in Sigarda. And I bought one. And it's only gone downhill from there. So I'm trying to stop at Bloomborough. I'm going to try to not to get anything after Duskmorn. Probably won't succeed, but I'm going to try. So 30 green, pretty close to 30 white. I think we're at 30 white. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. I probably missed. So they're both, I think it might have actually been 35 green. But anyway, so if it's 35 green and 37 white, that's not a bad result. That's pretty close. So let's pull all the lands out and see if the lands support that. So it's a slightly uneven split, but not terribly so. I think I've got 38 lands in this deck. Some of the lands don't do anything unless there's a condition met, such as Cradle. Then I've got the colorless producers, like Yevmaya Hollow. And yes, that was an ancient tomb there. Sigarda's always had an ancient tomb. When I was building Sigarda, I didn't have that many commander decks, and Ancient Tomb was a lot cheaper than it is today, so I just shoved one in there, and she's had it ever since. So colorless, let's do that. That produces colorless. And let's do the doubling. See, this precondition, you have to spend 1 mana to get green and white. Call that a double, call that a double, obviously, because it is. That one comes into play tapped. Tapped command tower, essentially colorless, colorless. That's a forest. That's either, but it's going to hurt me. That goes and finds them, so I'm going to count that. So, what have I got? I've got 5 lands that produce colorless. I've got 5 spell lands. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 lands that in one way or another produce both colors. Not perfectly, not exactly fetchably, not sometimes even unless I have an outside influence, but 12 that produce mana of either color. So let's see what I have that produces green. That requires a precondition. Oh yeah, I forgot Ancient Tomb. And you have my... How did I skip those? You guys... I skipped the... And you guys are sitting there. You're sitting there watching me skip over. You didn't say anything. You didn't say... I didn't hear any of you say a damn word. None. Not one of you. What a helpful audience. So let's go back. So that was 12 that produced double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 that produce colorless. Well, this can produce color only if conditions are met of me having enough devotion to make it interesting and that I have something to spend. So I have a lot of lands that produce colorless in Sigarda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that produce only green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 that produce white. So it's... I think I had more white pips than green, but the mana base is skewed for green. And the reason for that in this deck is the ramp. I need white typically later in the game. I need green earlier in order to get my ramp package going, get my Fertilid out, Exploration, Harrow. What are the other ramp cards I've got? This is Mana Rock, not Mana Ramp. I thought I had a Yamama's attempt with Discovery, Crop Rotation, sacrifice a basic land, go get a guy's cradle. What else? I don't have... It's been a long time since I looked at the deck. I do not have a Kodama's Reach or a Cultivate. And the theme of the deck, one of the sub-themes, is playing with lands. That's why I have all those funky lands, as Evgeny calls them, the genie. The genie calls them my bullshit lands. I have a lot of those. But I don't have that many ways to go get them. The hell am I doing? But this deck is usually highly effective. Well, I've got Solemn Simulacrum. So anyway, that's... I'm going to think about this now. I'm going to think about the hell I'm doing with this deck. How many lands do I have in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 37 lands. I do have a good number of mana rocks, though. 1. As I proceed to find no mana rocks. 2. 3. 3. Got 3 mana rocks. And Sigarda, I've had Sigarda so long, she predates Arcane Signet. Arcane Signet wasn't printed until years after. And yes, this is an Ultimate Masters printing because I didn't like the Avacyn Restored foil treatment. So as soon as I saw this with a better foil treatment, I sold my Avacyn restored copy and bought this to be the commander. But I've had Sigarda a long time, longer than Arcane Signet's been printed, so I don't have one in here. Huh. I'm going to think about this. I mean, a lot of things are low casting cost. I've got ways to find artifacts. I've got ways to find land like Weathered Wafer. Oh, that's where he went. I was wondering where my Onslaught Weathered Wafer went. And like I said, I've not played this deck in a while. Sort of Hearth and Home. Smash somebody, go find some land. This dude. Whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell, draw a card. Unless they pay mana. Unless I tax them. I need it. So tomorrow's the game night. Tomorrow's Thursday. I think I'll take Sigarda to see how she plays. And see if I do need to revisit her. Because just based on this, could be that my ramp package is out of whack. My mana rocks are insufficient. Anyway, I'll figure it out tomorrow. But Steve-O, if you watch this, that's how I determine if my deck is color balanced. Count the pips, and then check your lands. Check your lands that do nothing unless there's a condition to be met. I know you don't have Gaia's Cradle. But some of these other lands, like, let's see, Buried Ruin, you probably won't need something like that. It only produces colors. It's only to get my Cauldron of Souls back. Winding Canyons, not completely necessary. And I don't even have a Seedborn Muse in this deck to take full advantage of it. Gevny Township works well with the deck because of putting counters on it. One of the themes of the deck is Persist, so my creatures come back, they have a -1/-1 counter from Persist. So I can use Gevny Township to wipe away those -1/-1 counters by nullifying them with a +1/+1 encounter. Bonder's Enclave, thought it was a cheap way to draw cards. It could be costing me, it could actually be costing me because I need something that produces color. So maybe I should take out the Bonder's Enclave. Wasteland, I just love the art. I love the art. I've always liked it since Tempest. I don't need it. I don't like blowing up people's lands. I like having the threat of being able to do so, but I typically don't actually. I can't remember the last time I wasted somebody's lands. Probably when Extended was around, I was playing Red Deck Wins. Terror of the Magistrate, this is fantastic. This is fun. This is a this is a hilarious card. How many pieces of equipment do you have on that bastard you're attacking me with? 8. He's got 29, 16, double strike, lifelink, haste, and indestructible. Okay, I'm going to give him protection of artifacts until end of turn. All that shit falls off. Oh, okay. What is he now? A 1/2. Okay, I block and kill him. Ancient Tomb. Maybe this is something I should put into another deck. I should think about my decks, and because I really don't need this in Sigarda. It's always been there. And to get 2 mana is always nice to have, but I don't think she needs it. Anyway, I'll take her out to the game tomorrow and see how she goes. Alright, cheers.